Who's calling me? Hello? Hello? Bye-bye. 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 Hey, come on in, guys. Come on in, everybody. Hey, Sharon. How are you, sweetie? Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to In the Bed with TPG. It is my nightly talk here. Tonight's relationship is it's about relationships and love and that crazy little thing we call love. We'll talk about that tonight. Anybody's welcome to go on panel or welcome to call in if they want to call in. I have an open number to call in. I also have an open panel if anyone wants to come on. They're more than welcome to come on and join. I'm doing good, Sharon. I'm doing good. Just getting started with this live stream tonight. That crazy little thing we call love, you know? That crazy little thing called love. That's what I like to call it. I know it's one of my. Let me go grab my candle from the other room to put back here in the back on this one. I'll be right back, okay? And we'll be right back. Get started on this topic. Thank you. All right, guys. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you? How is everybody in? Guys, if you would share it on your Twitter that I'm live, I would deeply appreciate it. You guys can do that for me. Just share it on Twitter that, hey, I'm live. Got a candle there a little bit, kind of illuminate back there a little bit. There we go. So how is everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. No, you can't leave me. Hence why I titled it That Crazy Thing Called Love. Crazy little thing called love. Basically, yeah, love is love, and we all want certain types of things. And so tonight I decided would have to be our topic. That's what we talk about. Tonight is a crazy little thing we call love. I hope everybody's able to come and chat with us and have this conversation. Hello, Cheryl. Hope you're having a good dinner. Welcome, welcome. In the Bed with TPG. Come on, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I don't know what it is in my face. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. You better not, Sharon. Well, that wasn't some of my face. I think it's my beard. Is it gone? Oh, no, water was on my face. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what that was. So anyway, guys, hello. Yeah, but we're going to talk about relationships and like what we want from them and what we expect from them. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You know, what we expect from relationships and what we want from relationships, or do they always exceed our expectations? I'm gonna change shirts, guys, so I'm gonna take my camera off here for a minute. Do relationships always exceed our expectations, or sometimes what is our expectations? In the past, whenever I've been in love, I've always found love hit me at the time when I wasn't really expecting love to happen or love to be a part of my life at that current moment in time. So I sometimes feel like that's a big thing for love is, it's I'm putting on my nice shirt that I always sleep in. Um, Doing great, good. Awesome. Well, welcome. Come on in. I always found that the times I've been in situations or in relationships, it's my golden girl shirt, yo. I've always been in relationships when I'm not expecting to be in a relationship. Not really expecting it or wanting it or needing it in my life is when I tend to have found that I have been in a relationship the most, and that's a little crazy at times. But I've always like whenever I used to go out clubbing or whatever, and I'd go out trying to find me somebody, be feeling a little frisky, whatever. Hey, feeling good, looking good, get my hair did, got got my best clothes on. I couldn't find nobody. Now I'm feeling like absolute dog garbage. My hair is sticking up, looking like Tina Turner's Love Child. Got on, sweatpants and a t-shirt. Everybody's falling all over me. So, that's why I call it that crazy thing called love. So, it's absolutely crazy. It's like you're out. When I was out looking my best, I could never find anybody. But whenever I could, girl, it was crazy. But I laughed. I have to say it was definitely a different situation for us all. But I've always felt please do send people on over here. Guys would advertise for me. Don't forget tomorrow night's my birthday stream, so come by and see me. And thank you to Demon King Ryan Gamer channel. He's always shouting me out in his channel, and he's always live streaming. So thank you so much for that, my good buddy. Glad that we're friends. So have y'all ever had that, have found yourself, we don't have all the answers in love. And I've noticed that every situation is different and every relationship is different that I've ever been in or been involved in. Like, we never know the right answer. It's like, what do I want? I don't know. I don't know what I want because, I thought I had it in my last relationship and then it wasn't right. And so well, I don't want that anymore. So maybe I'll try this. And so, and I think like we always put our standards up so high in what we, like my friends always used to joke with me that I only dated really good looking people. And that was true for a long, long time. I did always date really, really, that's just how it is, so, but it doesn't mean anything. But sometimes, we put our standards out there so high expecting something. And I think that's where love hurts us the most because sometimes not everyone's going to be able to fit into our standards of what we want out of love. We're not going to find that storybook relationship, that Prince Charming or that Cinderella. So we're going to find something that's close to us that is that because, it's not going to happen to everybody. We're not all going to find that prince or that princess or whatever, but we can find that in ourselves. And I believe that in your life, in order to be happy, you have to make your own happiness. But there comes a time in a relationship too, to me, is love enough? And that's where, I think that it becomes that crazy little thing called love, because my last relationship that I was in was 5 years, 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 32 seconds of my life I can't take back. And I really loved this person for a while. I thought I did. I thought I loved them. But after a while, I found myself really not loving them. But I couldn't get out of the relationship for various reasons. I couldn't. And so many things kept happening to keep me from getting out of the relationship. Right. Sharon, exactly right. Sharon says, I agree. I only want respect and unconditional love. How many chances do you get at love? Exactly. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like, and right now I was watching, I want that love. I want that truly compassionate, I love you, I want to feel loved, kind of relationship. And that's where I'm really at right now in my life, is I want someone to adore me. I've spent my entire life loving, but I've never been loved. And I think that is really, you have a girlfriend on YouTube? That's cool. I feel like I really want that love, like Johnny and June, like that country song. I want a country song love. I want that love that, they're writing about on country songs and making music about. That's the kind of love I want, guys. I'm sorry you can see my mirror, my screen, my reflection, my glasses, but anyway, but I want that kind of love. I want that love of that powerful love, that West Side Story love. And that's what we all want, I think. We want that. But I've come to believe in my life that I may not ever find that happiness. I may not ever find what I'm looking for in love, and sometimes I'm okay with that. You know, in my lifestyle, you know, when you're overweight and you're over 40, you're already the kiss of death anyway. So I'm kind of out of the range to start dating in the gay lifestyle. So I'm already kind of out there anyway. So that's a totally different thing there, you know, as far as that goes. So that's strike one. And then I'm overweight. That's strike two, you know. So, you know, bye, bye, Demon Ryan. Have a good, be back, show. Have a good day. You know, that's the kind of love that, you know, I've hoped to have for a long time, but I don't know if I was, you know. Hang on one second, guys. But I hope everybody's doing good. I don't want any of us, I don't think any of us should settle for less, but I don't know if that kind of love exists. Exactly. And I felt at times like I was settling. And I think there has been a lot of times, Sharon, that I have settled for less than love. And because none of us want to be alone. None of us want to be, we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be by ourselves. You know, we don't want that. We don't want to die alone. We don't want to feel lonely. Hi, Jacqueline. Um, you know, we don't. I still see Kevin and I still talk to Kevin and don't guys don't think that's not a situation. I just don't bring mine and Kevin's relationship to YouTube anymore because I don't want to because you know it's kind of private, me and Kevin, but and what goes on in our relationship now after what happened is kind of personal between me and Kevin. But I do want that love that sweeps me off my feet. Like I said, I've spent so many years of my life wishing I could have that. And I think sometimes I've overlooked it or walked away from it or done something crazy. Hell, I don't know. But you know, it's like where do you go to find this special love, you know? You know, do you go to Grindr? Do you go to, you know, your local gay bar? Do you go to the library? Where the hell do you go? And oh wow, Jacqueline, you get your kitchen redone. Oh, you'll have to keep us posting videos on pictures and stuff. We're talking tonight about that crazy little thing called love, about relationships and situations and you know anything to do with that. And that's not just even relationships with people, but relationships with friends, you know. It's definitely something that we all have. You know, I think it's just definitely how to say this. I think it's definitely friendships are so people don't take them so seriously anymore. Yes, exactly, Sharon. That is really hitting on the head. We all have our baggage, and that is what's hard. That is very what's hard. You know. So today's Happy Redheaded Day, by the way. If you're a redhead, today's Happy Redhead Day. Celebrate all redheads. Which my mom was a redhead and my brother was a redhead, and that's just beginnings of my mom. Like my relationship with my mom. Like I was telling my dad, my dad's been going through one of his fits tonight. It's been really bad. My brother had to go. Or my brother and him been at each other, so I went over there using my throat. You know, and my dad, for some reason, holidays since my mom died have really depressed him. So like, when one of us has a birthday, like he totally ruined my brother's birthday. He's trying to ruin mine. You know, he he gets so sad. Um, the one I'm with has been the best relationship I've ever been in. See, and I love that. Well, happy redhead day if you're a redhead, Jacqueline, and you deserve that, Jacqueline. You're such an amazing woman. But my dad is, for some reason, he's on this kick, and I don't know why. And so he like called me from there. He's like, "We're not going out to dinner tomorrow night," da, da, da. You know, and just like gone absolutely berserk. And him and my little brother had a fight, so he's just being crazy. And I really miss my mom the most on my birthday because my mom would always call me at 8:27 when I was born and sing happy birthday to me. She always cooked my favorite food, meatloaf. She would always have a card for me, or she would always, you know, have a birthday present, even if it was a pair of shoes or a pair of jeans. She always had something. So I really miss her. I really miss her a lot on my birthday. It's really hard to talk about her because, you know, if I could have anything, I would really like to see my mom. And I'll talk more about this on my birthday stream tomorrow. But like tonight, my dad was like, "Oh, I forgot your birthday. I said, Dad, my birthday's tomorrow. He's like, I don't have a card for you. I said, it's okay, Dad. You don't have to have a card. He's like, I'm a terrible father. I'm an effing bad father. And I'm like, Dad, stop. It's not that bad. I said, Dad, your birthday's a week away. And he was just really in this tizzy, and he gets this way on holidays. And it's because he misses her too, but he doesn't understand that it pushes it away. So I want to leave. I said, Dad, I'm going to go ahead and go home because I can't do this. And he said, I don't care. None of y'all effing want to stay with me. But I couldn't stay there because I just can't have my dad do that to me tonight. I can't. I mean, mostly just I miss my mom a lot. And last holiday was bad, but I wasn't kind of allowed to because another person on YouTube kind of kept that from happening by writing hateful notes and stuff about me really grieving for my mom. So I feel like, I really need to talk about it sometimes and get it out there, but I miss her the most. Like I really am going to hate tomorrow. I've got to go to the doctor and get checked for cancer and all that stuff, what they call a wellness check. But I found out today that my insurance won't pay for a wellness check, so they're having to do blood work and something and charge it away. But I'm having to pay a buttload of money to go get this done. But I'm going to get it done tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But that I have to go at 8:27. I'm gonna miss my mom calling me. Hold on, let me see what it is. I'm gonna miss my mom calling me. Wishing me a happy birthday. I missed it last year, but I'm really gonna miss it this year. I'm probably gonna go to her grave tomorrow and visit her. For my birthday, I think that's the one thing I really want for my birthday is to go see my mom and her grave. But it's only a few minutes away. I mean, I could get in my car right now and be there in like 4.5, 5 minutes, but it's dark. I'm going to graveyard at nighttime. But I think for my birthday, that's what I really want. Y'all hear that? That's my dog Oliver. Come on, Oliver. You know how to run a moment, don't you, buddy? Come on. Sweet little fella. He's actually mine because of my mom. He's my mom's dog. Come on, buddy. He's super old, and he walks really slow, and he's trying to come in my room. But if I pull up one of these dog treats, he would run in here. Run. Come on, baby. I don't think he sees really well in the dark. Come on, buddy. There you go. There you go. Good, good. Yeah, so I think that's what I really want the most tomorrow, is to see my mom. And I've been so happy with all the wonderful gifts and cards and things people have sent me so far for my birthday. It's just been beautiful to have the people there, because last year, I'm not going to mention names, but there was a certain person that was really out to ruin my birthday last year. And she did. She pretty much achieved it to a degree. She told people not to tip me. She told people not to send me gifts. She told people not to come to my stream. And then she showed up and tried to make a big deal about it. And Sharon, you know who it is, so I'm not going to say anything right now. But, she just did a lot. And it was crazy. But, hey, it is what it is. I'm not going to allow that to happen to me this year at all, ever. Never. I'm just not going to allow it. And so that's the way it's going to be for me this year. I'm going to have the best one I can have. And that's all it is. That's all it's going to be. So, you know who it is, Sharon. You know who it is very well. But she wrote one as far as writing me fake letters, making it sound different from other people. When I had the IP address checked, I found it was from that person. Just really crazy things, and it was their pain and their jealousy and things like that. It was just really bad. They came into my stream and started a scene and stuff like that, and it was just really was bad. And I noticed, a lot of times I've noticed that my review, you know who it is, don't you, Jacqueline? Yeah. My views aren't, like they used to be and stuff like that, because, recently my name got put into some drama that wasn't even true. And of course, nobody wanted to defend me. So, people walk away, and then I didn't do videos for a while and people walk away. So I got to build everything back up. Yeah, you know who it is, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, if you want to come on the panel, you or Sharon, please feel free to come on. I would love to have you on. We could talk about love and relationships or anything. If y'all want to come on the panel, I'll be happy to send you a link, and you can pop up on here and talk about your relationship, or you can call me. I have a number if you want to call in too. Just let me know, and I'll put the number in here. Just let me know. But that's the thing too, is you just have that whole relationship with people And my problem is, and my weakness is, my mom always told me this, is I trust too hard. I trust way too hard. And I get my heart broken a lot. I get myself really worked up a lot over people, a lot over situations and people that I maybe I shouldn't, because those people I find out later don't really care about me the way I care about them, you know. And that's what's so rough about it, I think, in the end. And again, it all links back to that crazy little thing called love. And I started these chats. I'm going to do them as often as I can. They're going to be called in the bed with TPG. We'll be having different topics. I'm going to try to have a big panel. We'll try to have panels at times. I want to always have a number of people to call in and talk to me. You know, tomorrow night on my birthday, I'll have one going from 7 to 10. Maybe a little after 7, depending on what time I get back from dinner with my family. As it stands, my brother and his girlfriend says we're going out for my birthday. My dad says we're not, so I don't know. If it turns into a big debacle, I'm just not going to go. But my father's just in one of his moods, and I understand. I know he misses her. I mean, he was with her for 49 years. I can't imagine someone loving. I would love to love someone for that long, but I can't imagine losing someone you love for that long, too. That's got to hurt so bad. And it's so bad when you feel that pain. You know, I loved my mama for 47 years. And it's hard to not have her here. And last year, to not be allowed to talk about her or to share, you know, part of the reason I came to YouTube was to share that hurt about my mom and to talk about how I felt about losing her and losing my brother. And to have some horrible person keep me from being able to do that was very bad. And I still think there's some horrible people involved in my life that only care about YouTube and only care about the dollars and things like that. And that's not how my life's going to be on YouTube. I'm never going to allow that to be my life on YouTube, ever. I'm just not going to allow that. But I will always love everybody to the best way I can and be the best person I can be. And that's all you can be. You know, I don't have a lot of people in my live streams. Then when I go live, you know, people go live and they got a lot of people in their chats and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. You know, so it is what it is. I mean, that's how it's always going to be. I'm just going to be me. I'm going to keep doing me. Like Sharon said, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to change who I refuse to change anything about myself anymore. And I refuse. I just do. And I'm not even in a relationship. Like, I've always spent so much of my time in a relationship. I've always spent so much of my time in a relationship trying to worry about what I could do to fix me and to, you know, make me better and look better. And instead I just kind of was like, you know what, I'm done. I don't really want to be involved in that. You know, I don't want to be involved in that situation or whatever. I don't really want to be involved in that. I don't want to be, you know, worried about trying to look better or, you know, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. It's the way it is. It's just how it's going to always be. And, you know, that's just what it is, you know. Is anybody still here? You guys still here? Let's see what else is out there. Who else is live? Oh, I see a couple people that are live. Oh, I see a couple people are live. Wow, that's cool. Yes, exactly, Shannon. That's exactly what I realized is like, it's not Greece. You know, it's not Greece where you don't, you know, it's not Greece where you don't throw on your black leather jacket, your black leather pants, and you go out there and you sing, you know, you're the one that I want, and go out there and do it. It's not that way. That's not how it is. You know, it's life's not like that. Relationships aren't like that. So, you know, you just go out there and expect someone to love you for who you are and what you are. And that's all you can't do. That's all I'm ever going to do, and all I'm ever going to be. It's just me, and that's what I feel like any of us need to be, is truly ourselves. And we're not perfect, and no love is perfect. No relationship is perfect. You know, hang on a second. Wow. You're right, Sharon. I don't need to change. I don't want to change. I'm not going to change. I've spent a lot of my time doing that, though, you know. That's how it is. That's how it's always going to be, I guess. We have to work for it. You have to work very hard for any relationship, any situation. I think you have to really work very hard for it. And I think that's what so many people don't want to put that time in. But sometimes when you've put, like with my ex, I've just put all the time in I could until finally I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with this situation. I don't want to be involved in this situation anymore. I just don't. I don't want to be involved in this situation. I you know, I just don't want to be. So, but it is what it is. I couldn't love them anymore. I couldn't fix it. There was nothing else to fix, so I had to leave. It's crazy, It was just that way. It's just crazy, but it is what it is. It's exactly what it is, exactly who it is, and the way it is, and that's how love is, and that's what I'm having to work really hard to have a good relationship with my mom. I really don't understand. That's true. That's hard. That's kind of how I feel about my dad right now. Sharon is I I love my dad, but I love him so much, but yet I feel we're all of his children are trying so hard to um my brother's texting me now. I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard to have this relationship with him before he dies. And like tonight, he told me, he says, I'm 73, I'll be 74, and all the men in my family died before the age of 74. I'll be 74 in a week. And I'm like, Dad, you may live to be 80. He's like, no one in my family. But I said, well, you might defeat odds. It's like, my dad's been saying that since I was a little boy. Like, he's going to die at 74. So, it is what it is. Oh God! But he's making it so difficult right now for any of us to have any sort of relationship with him or any sort of contact with him because he's always, and it seems to be he did it on 4th of July, he did it on my little brother's birthday, he did my sister's birthday, he's doing it on my birthday. It's on holidays, and I get it. It's because my mom was the holiday person. Like my dad's kind of, he's not a big Christmas person and this, that, and the other. My dad actually made me for many years just not like Christmas because my father's sadness. He grew up poor. We weren't very wealthy growing up as a family, so we didn't have a lot of money either. So my dad always felt like he couldn't always give us the best that he thought we deserved. You know, but Sharon, sometimes let me say something about that. Sometimes I think they don't know how to love back, and what I mean by that is sometimes our parents they don't know how to love back. I think, and that's my dad's problem. Is my dad like I'm gonna be honest with you guys? I never thought how much my dad loved my mom till she was gone. Like I know that sounds so horrible to say about my father, but I never realized that he loved her till she died because he had such a unique way of showing love that I just never thought he loved her. And I can't, but I see now the undying, unconditional love that my dad did have for my mom. And that's very sad, but you see it. I see it every day, but when they were, when my mom was alive, they fought every day. They just didn't have much of a relationship that I saw. I certainly didn't want a relationship like theirs. Theirs wasn't the relationship that I strived to have. My thing, it was more about, it was a relationship I strived not to have, And my dad's always had a tough time, I think, showing his love of anything. My dad definitely had a lot of problems with that, with all of his family, with his wife, with his children, with everybody, of showing his love and being able to love his family and his children the way that he felt they could. And I think he's really struggling with that right now. And I think he really struggles with that in the holidays because my mom was Miss Christmas, she was Miss Thanksgiving. She was all of these, things. And so she was able to give all that love and support to us as children and as adults. But she didn't, my dad wasn't able to, he's never really been able to show his emotions because my dad was raised by my grandfather who told my father that after the age of 10 years old, you don't tell your male children you love them anymore. That guys don't say they love each other. So after the age of 10 years old, my dad didn't say I love you to me or my brother, So it's been very hard for him, and that's a struggle that he still faces, that he's trying to do better and he's trying to work harder on, but he's not per se doing the best job. But I think, Sharon, with your mom, it may be the same situation, that she just doesn't know how to love. And I have to say, I've been in that situation sometimes, Sharon. I didn't know how to love. I couldn't be, like with my ex, the one I keep referring to. I couldn't be the person they wanted me to be, so I just had to move on. And I think that with our parents, of course, we just can't move on and go out and get us new parents. I think so too. My mom loved my stepdad, but he's done really bad things to me and my sisters. That's where I have resentment. I'm trying to. Yeah, my mom was the driving force. Exactly, she was in our family, and my mom wasn't perfect. And after she passed, I realized a lot more about my mom. Things that my mom tried hard to be a good mom, but she didn't know how to be a mom in those particular situations and how to handle those particular certain types of situations. But she did the best she could. Um, she wasn't the greatest. She, to me, was a wonderful mom. She was a loving mom. I never starved. I never wanted for anything. Like I said, she never. Every Christmas, we would get whatever we wanted for Christmas, even as adults. If we said, "I want this," my mom would get it. Of course, we found out later after she passed that my mom would go and take out all these loans from all these loan places just to make sure she had the money to buy her children everything they wanted. Things like that. So, we never wanted. Like I said, every birthday she had a card, she had a present, she had a cake. She knew I loved meatloaf, so my mom would make me a homemade meatloaf, and I love my mom's meatloaf. I love meatloaf so much, and I always look forward to it. She'd make me sloppy joes, which is my other favorite food when I was a kid. You know, I didn't need to go out. I just sat there with my mom, and she would make me whatever I had. But and she had a lot of debt when she died, trying to make sure that everybody got what she wanted. But she did the best she could, and that's love. And like I wasn't the best son to her either. And I'm going to talk more about my mom in a live stream closer to probably after my birthday. I'm going to wait till I might talk about it tomorrow. Who knows? Whenever she's on my mind. But um, I wasn't always the greatest son either. And don't get me wrong, I can't say I was because I wasn't. No one is ever perfect, guys. They're not. None of us are ever perfect. But I think that we are. I think that we're just all about being who we are and what we are. And that's all you can do. But be who we are and what we are. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But hey, it is true, and it is still where it needs to be and everything like that. But my mom, she was my mom, and I look back at situations now and I talk about it with certain people. Like I've said some things to Debbie or to Tracy or some people that I talk to on the phone, and as I've said them, I thought, oh wow, that's a lot. And I say it, and I can hear them. They don't say anything. Of course, they would never say anything derogatory about anybody's family, but they're both like, oh, and then I think, wow, that wasn't the greatest situation the way that was handled. But my mom didn't know any different, and I think that's what I'm trying to say about your mom, Sharon. Is sometimes they just don't know. They don't know any different. And I held some resentment towards my mom too, for some things that I had to let go of. And my biggest problem that I'm finding even now as a grown up, I'll be 49 years old tomorrow, guys, 49. And I have found myself realizing the more that I have to learn to let go. Let go of people, let go of resentment, let go of anger, let go of heartache, let go of all of these things that I resent, things that I have to let go of. Because if I don't, they're just going to eat me alive. And that's part of Hairspray. I realized this today. When I was doing Hairspray recently, I resented the fact so much that the director had double cast the show that I allowed it to be a bad experience for me. You know, um, Now don't get me wrong. The other actor was treated like he was God and all this kind of stuff, and he was so hail, he was wonderful and perfect. And don't get me wrong, that made the situation worse. But it was also a situation where I made it probably worse as well than it was because of that situation. You know, and that's exactly where um, I come from, where my life comes from. Give me a second, guys. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll take care of a situation real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so give me like a quick intermission here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have a little situation here. But I turned off the camera, and I'll be right back. Give me like 5 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Anybody comes in, Sharon, tell me what it's like. Sorry, guys. I'll take care of this real quick. I will be right back. Just a couple minutes, a little break here. I want to get my emotions in check too, and I'll be right back. I'm coming. I haven't forgot about you guys, I promise. I'm just trying to take care of a little situation I just noticed and get taken care of. Sharon, I'm coming right back. I'll be right there. All right, guys, I'm almost ready. Sharon, I was going to say to you something that I'm going to definitely do a live stream on because it kind of inspired me, your situation here. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, I'm sorry, we're back. Okay, back. I'm sorry, guys, I had to take a little break. I had to notice a little situation that arose, but I think it's that Waffles had an accident on the floor, and I had to take care of it. Anyway, what I was saying was basically, well, broken friends, that's my life too. And that's what I'm going to talk about next is we have to learn to let go and we have to learn to forgive. And I'm going to do a live stream on learning to forgive and learning to let go because that's a very important subject, Mela. And it's very important you brought that up because so many people have difficulty doing that. They have so many people have difficulty letting go. I'm one of them. I hold on to things forever. And I have people tell me all the time, girl, why are you still mad at me about that girl? Get over that, girl. Get over that. And I'm like, you know what? I can't. But I have to. You know, I'm holding on to a situation on YouTube right now that's pissing me off a while back. And it's costing me some friendships, and I don't care. But because I'm in the right. And I believe in any bad situation, people are going to come into it. You do. You have to give your time. Give me 1 second here. Let me be right back. Spray some spray here, Waffle. She made a big old mess. All right, there we go. She's never had one of those in a long time, so I was really shocked. All right, yeah, you have to. And you know what, Sharon? It is hard. It's very, 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 very hard to let go. And I'm going to do a live stream on that, called Letting Go. And if you ladies want to call, I'll give you the number to call. I have a number if people want to call, and we could chat about it on the live stream here tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put the number in here. Anybody wants to call, if you can call about something crazy, I'm going to hang up on you. And this is, but if you know, so I've been having some crazy obscene phone calls ever since I did this. So, which I kind of think's hot that somebody's actually taking the time to call me and give me an obscene phone call. I'm like, hey, what am I wearing? Some boxers, they hot, you want to see them? Hey, I love breathing in my ear. Like Darth Vader's love child. I was like, oh, Darth Vader. You're in the house. Hey, Darth Vader. Kind of thing. So, I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. This is kind of hot. So I've had that situation. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So, yeah, I know, girl, I've had some, hey, I'm getting some action here. Hey, call me, babe. Call me, maybe. Here's my number. Call me, maybe. That's my number if anybody wants to call and talk about a situation. Give me a call. We can chat about it. Um, you know, I certainly will listen to the situation. Or if you want to come on the panel instead, we can be on the panel. Um, so anyway, you love my Golden Girl shirt. Thank you, honey. I got it. Where'd you get that? So anyway, um, oh, that's the guy that played my husband in Hairspray. He has just sent me a text telling me happy birthday. Sweet. He's always been such a sweet person. But that's what I'm saying is like, and you have to realize that you have to pick your own things to be mad at. I spent a long time being mad at shit that I should have let go years ago. Just let it go. And I would have been much better off. But it to me, I think it's easier to stay pissed off. So much easier to stay mad at people. My birthday's tomorrow, November 6th. This is my birthday. I will be 49 years old. Wow. I'll be doing my YouTube channel over a year now. And so, yeah, it'll be my second birthday on here. This one's been so much better than last year's. Last year's was ruined by somebody who was letting her own jealousy take down a lot of people. And I wasn't the only victim, but she was a very good con artist. But yeah, so anyway, my birthday's tomorrow, but I will be on here live streaming tomorrow. So guys, come by and see me. You don't have to stay the whole time if you don't want to. Just come by and say happy birthday. But it's just so hard to live stream now. It really is. I was telling this to Debbie and Tracy, and Debbie and Tracy have a weekly show. They do, I think it's 2 or 3 times a week now. I know they do Tuesday and Thursday. I'm not sure what other day they do, but they've been moving theirs around so much, trying to find a perfect time to live stream. And it's just like, I just went live early, and I noticed that 3 people that are bigger YouTubers than me, they get everybody in their streams. One person in particular is live now, and I'm like, oh great! It's like every time I go live, this person goes live. It makes me so sad. But you never know what time to go live. You never know when to pick your live streams. And so, I had some people say, hey, you quit making videos, you quit doing live streams. And I was getting a lot of people in my live streams, and I quit doing them. Hey, perfect dad, 1, 2, 3, how are you doing? And then people quit coming. So, because I quit making them, So, but I doing Hairspray and all, I was traveling so much and all that stuff. So I didn't have time to keep my channel up for a little while. And sometimes you just have to kind of step back. But I'm back. I'm trying to do this little live streaming thing here as much as I can. And as much as possible as I can, I think, is my biggest goal with this thing. Is let's try to do it as much as possible and go from there, right? So that's where I'm at. I'm going to put this on hold for a second. That's where I'm at as far as my channel's going. I've got some announcements, some things I'm going to do after the holidays. After the first of the year, I'm going to try to do a few things different with my channel that I want to try. Some things out that some people have suggested, and some suggestions from fans and things like that people say, hey, TPG, you should try this. So I'm going to try these out and see how they work on my channel. I'm not going to say necessarily that I'm going to stick by them, but I'm going to try them out, My biggest thing is I'll get excited about a project, and I'll say, oh, I'm going to do this. And then when I don't do it, everybody wants to call me out on it. So, oh, TPG, and it is true, because sometimes ideas sound better in our head than when we actually try to do them. And it's so hard for our channels as to what's going to sell and what's not going to sell on our channels. So it's so hard to figure out what people are going to watch, and how, one day they're watching and the next day they're not. And so it's like, what do we do that's going to work for our channels and our people and our things? So that's where I'm at. And I got some announcements and some things I'm going to do after the holidays and everything. Howdy, Jewish. Hey, buddy. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. But tomorrow is my official birthday live stream. I'll be in here live streaming from 7 to 10, give or take, depending on what time we get back from dinner with my dad, my little brother, and his girlfriend, and my sister, I think, and my niece are coming. I don't know, I guess. But I will get as fast as possible. We'll have a live stream. We'll talk to about 10 o'clock, and then I will spend some time with Kevin. So hopefully guys will pop in and say, hey. But tonight, for those who just joined us, we're talking about that crazy thing called love. We're talking about relationships, situations. That's relationships, not necessarily in love, but with friendships, with boyfriends, girlfriends, lovers, moms, dads, any type of relationship. No, never, Milla, never, ever, ever, never have you ever done that. You've never been anything but amazingly great to me. I think my biggest problem on YouTube is that I won't get involved in some of the crazy drama. I won't, and I won't speak about it. And I think that's the biggest problem is that, maybe my channel doesn't have a lot to offer people. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking about after the first year shutting it down. I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm not sure yet. I want to keep it going, but it just seems like there's always somebody trying to keep me from succeeding or keep me from continuing to do what I do because they take the joy out of it. And that's where I'm kind of at right now, guys. I'm just going to share that with you. That I'm thinking seriously about, I went from having really big live streams, people in my live streams to hardly having anybody, to people, my people not really watching my videos anymore, just because I took a little break and I'm tired of, I don't know. That's just where I'm thinking about. It's something to think about. I'm going to make a video about it, talk about it in the vlog a little bit more, but that's kind of where I'm at. So we'll see what goes on through the Christmas holidays. But, and it is so hard to live stream because someone is always freaking live streaming somewhere on this damn thing. So, we'll see how it goes. But I'm just kind of disappointed in some people, and I'm really saddened by some things that have happened on YouTube. And I just don't want to, I'm not going to get made into a villain. I'm not going to get villainized by anybody, and I'm not going to get drug into something. So I refuse, and I'm not going to do it. And I'm tired of people pretending to be something they're not and pretend to be innocent of things that they're not and things like that. So, and instead of hurting people, I'd just rather bow out and just be done and say, you know what, I had a great time. I had a great run. It was fun. I left my mark. I wanted to share my life. I wanted to share my stories with people. I wanted to share this, but, I got people mad at me now because they don't come in their live streams at night because I have to spend time with Kevin, and he does live in a different city, and I only talk to him every night from 10 to 11 or 10 to 12, usually 10 to 11:30 on a school night, 10 to 12 on the weekend, sometimes 10 to 1, whatever. And that's the only time I have with him. And people are like, oh, you don't come to my live streams, we're not supporting you. I can't do that. I try to watch you guys' videos, but certain people here just have become more and more petty, and I've seen YouTube really change some people, and it's really hurt my feelings. But I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more in a video. No, I know. You should make drag queen videos, girl. You should make drag. You and I we could do a live stream together, girl, about it. Yeah, but this is like the third time, Jacqueline. It's just getting old, and you and I need to talk about it because you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But Milla, I know you've never felt like a drag queen. I love my drag queens. I want the Trixie Mattel. I'm gonna be collecting those pop dolls, Funko Pops. And they just put out. They have Trixie Mattel. I added on my thing on Amazon because I want to buy it. Hopefully get it soon. It was like really expensive, and I was down like $12 or 20, either 10 or 12 or $20, just somewhere around there. So they're really cool. But I'm just tired. I'm trying to live stream. I'm trying to do what and then everybody's going live, and it's just like, okay, it is what it is. But I'm just gonna keep thriving on, and I know I'm innocent. I know that my mama always taught me that the villains will always be found out. In the end, and I have found out, like with the last person that tried that, she is no longer on YouTube anymore because people find you out after a while. They find out the bad in you, But I have people trying to say, "Oh, I'm a bad person," and I'm going to be honest. I speak my mind. I speak my mind. Thank you, Sharon. Well, you will always be yourself in here, Milla. Never change anything about you. Anyone in here is welcome to be anything they want to be. As long as they're not here saying something ugly about myself or friends in here, they're perfectly welcome to be whoever you want to be. If you want to come on panel and talk to me, please feel free to. Feel free to call. I'll send you the link if you want to come on panel. If you feel comfortable coming on panel and talking for a minute, come on panel. If you want to come on and talk later, we can do that too. Just always feel comfortable in here with me. Just always feel like being being who you are and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Doug is hilarious. I love Doug. You did. Congratulations, Jacqueline. Oh my gosh. Now you got to go back and redo it on all your videos. It takes forever. It takes so long, but you'll get it. I'm so proud of you, Jacqueline. I know you're finally there. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. We just have to get ourselves together and get a schedule together. Doug and I just have such trouble getting our schedules together, and that's what's so hard. Is that we have to get our schedules corresponding. And we're going to plan a show, even if it's just once a week. I really love. Hang on a second. Hello, hello, hello. Hang on a second. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Yes, you're gone. Anyway, that got disconnected. Congratulations, Jacqueline. I'm so excited for you. I know that that's so exciting to have that. I remember when I got mine, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. But then you got to build your AdSense up, and that's when you got to watch your video, your ads, and stuff like that. So there's still more to go to it, but you just got to keep trucking it. It took a long time, and the more live streams you do, that's the easier way it is too. Live streaming is the way to go. Even if you don't get a lot of viewers, just do live streams and go from there. That is the way to do it. Live stream yourself to death. Apparently, that's why some people on here go live every 20 minutes. You see them always live every 20 minutes. There's 3 people I know right now that are live all the time, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let me see every detail of your life. Exactly, Jacqueline. And that's what Debbie and myself and a bunch of us did. We were just like, we'll get there, we get there, we get there. And then you get a little bit further and it makes you feel more excited. And it makes you feel like you just want to keep trudging along and doing what you do. So with each little step, that was you calling, Sharon. Oh, well, girl, call back. And I'll talk to you. I just couldn't connect you. It wouldn't connect, girl. I don't know what's going on. Hey, girl, how are you? From Maggie Doos. How are you, Sharon Simply Southern? That's my good friend, Sharon Simply Southern. One of my very first mods. But you guys feel free to call in. Like I said, but I'm really seriously thinking about giving up my channel after the holidays. But we'll see about it. We'll see about it, how it goes. Tonight, Sharon Simply Southern, we're talking about that crazy thing called love, that subject of love and relationships and people and just the things that it has brought us in our lives, and where we are and aren't in life and relationships. But I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that's happened to me in my relationships and kind of get the subject going back again and where it needs to go. So, as you guys know, I have been in a few relationships. I'm pretty much single right now. Probably going to be single for the rest of my life. Sometimes I feel like that. I do. I feel like I'm going to be live. And that's okay. Sometimes I feel like, what's love? I know I want to know what love is. But I just sometimes, Kevin and I have a really unique friendship, but I promised that I wouldn't relationship. We're not a friendship. We are beyond friendship. I just don't want to talk about mine and Kevin's relationship anymore online because some people kind of got involved in it, and I didn't want people to. I don't want it ever put a strain on mine and Kevin's relationship or anything like that. He doesn't do YouTube, and so I'm gonna just kind of keep that part of it out. But yes, we still are talking and all that stuff. Yes, it's very, very true, Sharon Simply Southern. But we got you, girl. We speak Southern. But it's basically just loving people is one of the biggest things you can do is love. But the biggest thing I had learned, Sharon Lee, was to love myself, because I was always so miserable in my life, and in things, and I would blame everyone else. It was so much easier to blame everyone else. And as you know in life, I am a very loud, I'm a very outspoken guy. I'm actually very funny in real life. I don't really no, and I'm gonna get to that too, Mila. In real life, I'm very funny. I'm the guy that keeps everybody laughing. I make jokes. I don't really do that a lot on YouTube. Um, but I'm gonna, if I do decide to stay on after the first year, I'm gonna start showing that side of me. But I can tend to get really vulgar sometimes, and that's where I don't want to offend people, you know. So I have to kind of keep it, reel it in a little bit. But I've spent the last 2 years of YouTube, or a year and a half of YouTube, worried about trying to please everybody else, and really, you know, who I'm going to offend or who I'm going to. And I'm just done. I'm done. So that's why I'm going to decide after the first year if I'm going to even keep my channel. But we're going back not on that subject. What I was saying is, so I tend to be very brassy sometimes, and I say what's on my mind. And I had to learn with some people recently and other people that sometimes my harshness can hurt people, and I don't mean it to sound that way, whether it be in a text message or in what I say. I never would mean it to hurt anyone. um, but I've had to kind of back up and say, okay, let me figure out how to word this. What's the best way to approach this person? What's the best way? Instead of just saying what I feel, sometimes I have to not necessarily, I still say what I feel, but I have to find a better way to say it, or a different tone of voice to say it in, so that these people don't feel that they're being attacked or whatever. Because there are just some, but you know, there are some people who just want to play the victim all the time. And that's something I've learned not just on YouTube, but in real life, and every day at my job, every day, there's somebody always trying to play the victim all the time. So that drives me nuts too. Um, I think you need to do what you want. If they love you, they will be here for you. If not, they should be in the first. Exactly, and that's very true. And that's very, very true. Hey, Huggy, vote blue. I know that's right. Hey, Huggy Bear. Um, but so I'll know soon whether or not I'm going to give up my channel. Um, I'm just, oh, it's a long story. I got very disappointed in some people I really put a lot of love in, and they haven't tried to rectify it. Um, I love Sharon Simply Selling very much. Sharon Simply Selling and I had a little feud, and that person tried to destroy a friendship between me and Sharon Simply Selling, but luckily we were able to, after some time bit down, we were able to be adults and talk about it. And Sharon Simply Selling and I, to this day, will discuss the situation if we have a problem. And I've made that promise to some people, but you just can't with everybody, because they, oh, you hurt my feelings, you know. So it gets that way. It gets crazy, but you know, that is what it is. But I have a number if you guys want to call in. Tonight's subject is that crazy little thing called love. You know, you want to talk about a relationship, or you want to talk about anything love related. I am going to do a live stream on forgiveness and one on letting go. Um, and we're going to talk about those as well. But tonight we're just talking about that crazy little thing called love, because it makes crazy. And, you know, when you love somebody, you know, you just want to forget anything. You want to forgive them. Hey, Remy, what's up, buddy? You're willing to forgive that person. You're willing to just, I know you don't look the best right now, but you still sexy, you know, you still cute, you still, you just willing to always forgive that person and love that person and all that stuff. So to me, that's a big thing. I'm like, okay, I got this. So I love that. You know, I got it. I got it. I think it's very, very fun. You do love everyone. Huggy is a very loving person in real life, actually. He's a very funny guy in real life. He needs to make videos and do a live stream. Huggy, I would love to be your live stream partner. Sometime, we should do a live stream together. Huggy Bear loves giving hugs. But even when that person was putting us against each other, you were always so diplomatic and nice to me. You know what? I am. I try to be, and I can't say I always take the best route. I've made some mistakes. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong, but I'm only going to say I'm sorry so many times. I'm not going to keep saying it over and over again. I'm not that way. I'm not who I am. I'm not. I'm just not. So, and I believe that this is my thing, and this is something I had to learn too. If Huggy Bear, hey Debbie, if Huggy Bear is mad at you, if I'm mad at you, um, we don't always take it, but adults get past it exactly. If I'm mad at you, or you're mad at me, I would love that person to come to me and say, "Hey, I'm mad at you," because that in a relationship is very important. Like I dated somebody for a while, and that person would tell me like months later, "I'm mad at you because like 3 months ago you did this," and I'm like, "I don't care." Hey Debbie, how are you doing, sweetie? So you it is so crazy that fine line we draw because I remember putting so much of myself. What's tomorrow night, Debbie? So much of myself on the line for relationships. I've made some mistakes on YouTube. I learned from it and moved on. Yeah, Jacqueline, that's true. We all have. I think we all have. We all. I think all of us have struggled so hard. What's going to be rare? What's right? What's wrong on YouTube? What we're going to do? What our next move is going to be? This kind of thing. I think we've all done that. I think we've all not seen even in real life though, Jack. And I think we've all made those mistakes in real life. What is going on tomorrow, Debbie? Um, I think we've all made those. Oh, Kitty Cat Room VIP announcement. I guess I missed my check. But Debbie, I was thinking about this. You're wrong. I went back and looked. The night that I was supposed to go to the Kitty Cat Room, I was sick. I still showed up in the room, and Huggy Bear can witness this. I was still in the chat, and your computer broke, and that was the night your computer broke. So I did not miss my chance. Your computer broke. You couldn't get it in there. So you have to read. I have to come back on because that was the night your computer broke, and Huggy Bear can verify. I was in the room. Huggy Bear kept saying, "He's here, he's here, he's here." He kept saying it. I went back and looked at it. So I was there, and I was there. I was sick, though. I was very sick. And said I couldn't stay. I didn't know how long I would be able to stay, but I was very sick. But I did be there. So I was there. Huggy, you can vouch for me. So, and that was the night your computer broke. So I want to go back in the kitty cat room. But anyway, so it is. I think in love too, we ourselves we try to change a little bit about ourselves. Sometimes you have to. You have to change a little bit about yourself in some situations in relationships. I think we all have to. Rather it be, like I think if you've been with somebody and you're with somebody else, it's different each time. And like I've learned things with each relationship that I've been in that I don't want to do in my next relationship. And then sometimes I start seeing that pattern. Go, oh no, no, girl, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. So that's definitely exactly, Sharon. That's exactly right too. Sometimes we watch and don't comment. I've been starting to do that a lot too. A lot of times when I'm like cleaning my room and stuff too, I'll be playing live streams and watching them while I'm cleaning and listening. Yes, I know, Debbie. But see, you said the other night that I missed my shot, and I didn't. You said I wasn't there, but I was there. You can verify I was there in that room, and it was the night your computer broke. So you have to give me. You said I missed my chance. So haha, I didn't. I was there. Sharon and I lurk a lot. Jacqueline, she lurks a lot. I think we all do. I think we've all done that in chats. I've gone into some like really big chats. I'm like, oh girl, I'm like one of the 500 people in here. I'm not going to matter anyway. So I'll just listen, And sometimes I said that sometimes I just think, well, they're not going to read my comment anyway, But there are a lot of people that are about trying to that do read their comments and do reply to their comments. And I've always tried to, Debbie's that way in her chats, and Jacqueline, those of us that live stream, we try to really get to our comments, no matter how many there are or whatever. We try to, get all of our comments in there so that we can read them and see them and stuff like that. I think that's fair. Now, of course, I've not been in a live stream or ever had a live stream that has like hundreds of people, and I don't know how fast that would go by because sometimes it goes by super fast when you get a bunch of people in the room. But I know like some of these live streams I go into, they'll go so fast I can't even read them on the screen. I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh my God, what are we, oh my God, this is going by so fast. And so I can't even read it myself. And it's like, wow. So, other than that, it's crazy. It's like, wow. But I'm learning too. I've just learned a lot about things that I'm going to decide. Like I said, I will announce. I want to do a video next couple weeks. if I whether or not I'm giving up my channel or not after after the holidays, it'll be back after the first of the year. When I don't have a channel, I chatted a lot more, but now I lurk. I will lurk. Twitter, okay? How do you say Twitter? Something about Twitter. But yeah, well, I think we all have lurked in chats. I mean, like I said, I do in the bigger ones, you know, especially if they have like a pre-planned topic. Like when I used to go into chats early on, when I first started, before I actually started doing YouTube again. I mean, when I first started doing YouTube, so many bigger live streamers I would go watch, they had like, you know, they had topics like they would just talk about stuff, and so I would just listen, you know. You know, it's exactly. It's not a competition. It's who we want to watch. There's so many. I like to sit in bed at night and just listen. Yeah, I do too. And I like to listen. And like during the daytime, like I said, I'll play them. And like today, I saw Debbie was live for a minute, and I was on break, and my kids were all out of the classroom, so I went in for a few minutes, and you know, I gave her a super chat tip and said hey, and I had to go. I couldn't stay but a couple seconds, but at least I came in and gave her that view and appreciated her enough to do that for her. Hey Cheryl, welcome back. You know, and like I said, I'm not even supposed to do that at school, but I did. So shh. But and I wanted to give Debbie that view and give her that second and say, hey, I'm here, you know, and give her that minute of, hey, I'm here, you know, and I wish I could have stayed. And I'll go back and watch the stream probably later tonight or tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow from school. I don't have to go to school tomorrow. I'm just tired of a lot of things, Huggy. We can talk about it in a live stream. I mean, I'm going to explain it in my video. But you can try Twitter me, girl. You can call me. You got my damn number. You can call me, ho. Um, Hey Cheryl, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. The dreams with your ticket. Welcome back. Y'all, this time change just messed with me. It is so tired. I'm so sleepy. Like last night, I think I was in bed at like 9:30 or 10 o'clock, like really late, early because I was so exhausted. And Kevin actually called and woke me up. You know, Kevin calls me exactly at 10 o'clock every night, so it was like I was like, hello. Kevin's like, my gosh, you're never asleep when I call. So it was like, I was that tired, but you know, my time was like 11. So, and all day I've just been dragging. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so tired. So like when it does this thing, yes, tomorrow is my birthday, but and I'll have a live stream tomorrow night. I will from 7 to 10. People can drop by and visit and all that stuff. Cause I know everybody else is going to be live streaming too. So hang out, come by for a minute, say, hey, and go on, see everybody. I know exactly. It's like same thing here. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sleepy. Like Debbie, where Debbie's at, it's like 7 o'clock, right, Debbie? So it's like, um, I'm just, you know, like I drove to work today and it was sunlight. So whenever, you know, it goes back, it just throws me off track. So I'm like, oh. When it goes forward, it doesn't do it as bad. But like for the next couple of days, I'm going to be like really, really sleepy. And tonight, I'm like, I could go to bed like right now, not even have to take my medicine or nothing to go to sleep. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Guys, give me like 2 seconds and I'll be right back. I have to take my medicine, my night medicine. I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. But anyway, this is he's good. He's great. It's that's about 7 o'clock there. He's good. I just have decided that I'm no longer. I've tried to. I've said I'm sorry enough to people. I'm not doing it anymore. If people have a problem with me and they don't want to tell me, then it's just not my problem anymore. Between 8 and 10, I am cooking for his work lunch, so it's always busy here. And this damn guy trying to pack it up. I know that's right. Hey, buddy, I was trying to get in touch with you. See when we could do our show again. I've been texting you, but I must have the wrong number for you or something, Doug. Did you see Coco Peru and Will and Grace the other night? I sent you a text about that, and you didn't answer back. So I figured it was you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to apologize anymore. I'm not going to do it. You know, Debbie, it was doing that earlier today too. It's been doing that all day. You're not getting texts, Doug? I wonder. Debbie, I tried to do that and it wouldn't do that either on Twitter. It was acting crazy. Did y'all see my review on Bohemian Rhapsody again? I did a review. It's not that I'm not upset. What are we? What are you talking about? You're not going to apologize to anyone, Debbie. I'm just tired of people being mad at me for no reason, and I've apologized and said what I got to say, and I'm done. Yeah, it's been going on for a couple of days. I noticed that. I didn't notice it a couple of days. I know today it's been going on where I couldn't message people on Twitter. You could, and then it would mess up on Twitter. It's been doing that on a couple websites lately. When's the meeting happening, Kevin? I don't know. We're talking about it probably around the holidays, maybe. It's probably the best time because he's got some time off the holidays. He just has he has a really crazy work schedule. Yeah, see if I have the right number. Oh, I see. Yeah, Will and Grace, Coco Peru was on there, and I sent Doug a text. I'm like, is this Doug? And they didn't answer back. So I'm thinking, well, Doug, maybe it ain't Doug. So it was like, maybe it ain't Doug. No, Kevin is I'm not talking about Kevin. No, I'm still Kevin. I just don't want to talk about our relationship on YouTube anymore. I don't want to bring it on YouTube anymore. I mean, it's between me and Kevin. When he's in the room, we'll talk, but I just don't. It's just me and Kevin. We still talk every night. We're very close. Kevin is a very, very good friend to me. Kevin is very good at keeping me grounded. Kevin really cares about me. Kevin is brutally honest with me. He doesn't, and he'll tell me how he feels about situations, and he's opened my eyes to a lot of things. And I'm grateful for that. When Kevin is mad at me, he's mad enough to say, "Hey, I'm upset with you about this." When I'm mad at Kevin, I'm able to say the same thing to him. And I'm really excited about the friendship that I have. Hold on a second. I just, that's, and I appreciate that for Kevin and I's friendship or relationship, that we have that type of friendship and relationship as friends, that we can talk to each other openly. But as far as our relationship, I don't really want it out there. Exactly what other people think about me, some of my business, because there's a lot of people here that misjudge me for something I did not do, and this person, I know they lying. They know they lying because I got the proof they lying. But I'm not gonna say. I said I wouldn't say anything. I'm gonna keep it quiet for now. But after the holidays, I can't promise. But we're gonna talk about that later. But I'm gonna be good. I love that. Yeah, that's true. And I've said it. But yeah, I just, as far as Kevin and I go, I mean, I talk about it with some people. I just don't really discuss it a lot anymore. I got really angry that time we didn't meet, and it wasn't, and he was busy with work, and it really was a work situation, and I flipped out and took the wrong crazy road, went the wrong way with it, and it just got really crazy, and it was just a bad weekend all in general, and I had a friend that got real crazy that got up involved in it, that shouldn't have got involved in it, and Debbie can vouch for that. And I have yet to speak to that friend because they got involved, but they shouldn't have got involved, and I don't really want to be, I just don't want to talk about it in that situation anymore. I know, but you need to take your own advice, Lucky Bear, because you quit too, baby. And you were doing just fine on making videos. So take your own advice there, buddy. Hey. We do in all of our relationships. But back to that about love, I think we all, I've spent a lot of my life in relationships, not with friends, but with boyfriends, loving. I think I've always been the one sometimes to love a little bit more than the other. And I want to ask you this, guys that have been in relationships for a long period of time or have been married. What do you guys think about this situation? I want you guys to tell me your honest opinion. You can call in and tell me, or you can write it in the chat, or you can come on the panel and tell me if you want to. This is kind of where I was leading with this. Some people have always told me, several people have said this to me, that in any relationship, like when you're married or you're in a relationship for a long time, that one person always loves somebody more than the other. Do you believe that? Do you think that, like, one person loves more than the other in that relationship, especially if you've been in a relationship for a longer period of time. Like, I can't say I've been like in one for like many, many years. I think like 8 years is my longest, or so I can't say that I've been in super long relationship like some of y'all that have been married for a long, long period of time. But do you like love more than the other? You think sometimes, or do you fall out of love? Or I know, like I fell out of love with my ex. Exactly, exactly true, Huggy. But do you believe that you fall out of love with people? Because I mean, I know I fell out of love with my ex lover. I know I did. I was very not in love with him at all. But do y'all think that one person in a relationship loves more than the other? Like, do you think that sometimes, like in a marriage, the husband and the wife, do you think that one may love more than the other? May love, like I might love you more than you love me, or vice versa in a marriage type of situation. Several people have told me that, and I don't know. I've never really given it a lot of thought, and it's put my mind down. Like, when I'm just live streaming not about love, I'm gonna talk about that because I don't know. Like, I tried, like, before I really, really, truly fell out of love with my ex boyfriend. Like, I tried ways all the time to be in relationships, to try to keep falling in love with him and try to making it work, until finally it just didn't work anymore. 11 years. Yeah, exactly. And I think, see, that's awesome. 11 years. People have been married a long time. I think one can communicate better. That's very true. And that's the key with a lot of situations is communication. And that's a big thing for me is, um, you know, yes, he loves me way more than I love him, but he thinks I don't ever do anything wrong, but I give him hell every time he messed up. That's key, Jacqueline. Um, I don't know. Really? See, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I have to say I loved my ex until I fell out of love. See, I was like crazy about him. And then all of a sudden I was like, man, you know, I was just like, when I stopped loving him, I just stopped. It was like, not like I hated them. It was not that. I would never say hate. I don't like to use that word. I just wasn't, I was done. Like, I just didn't love him anymore. I still cared about him. And we're still actually very, very close friends. And we get along brilliantly to this day. Like, we're such good friends now. We laugh about it sometimes. But I think, so you guys think, so Huggy, you say that your relationship is equal, that you and your husband love each other equally. That's cool. And see, Jacqueline's saying that hers is different. And Sharon is saying she thinks that one communicates better than the other. So I believe that in all situations, in all capacities. I think that, I know in my relationship, I think my ex, now I do have to say that I think he, look about it, um, hey, chatting with Don, how are you? Um, I'm, that was so sweet. The guy that played my husband in Hairspray was sending me a message wanting to come see the movie of Bohemian Rhapsody with me on my birthday. Um, but yeah, I think that, I have to say, thinking about it now, I have to say I think that my ex loved me a lot more than I did him in the beginning. 'Cause he was that puppy love thing. Me, I was like, I've done this. I mean, okay, but I did love him. I really did. But I don't know if I loved him enough sometimes, and I think that's where we went wrong because I don't think it was as important to me. Um, he is doing 4 days of 12-hour days, so I never do that. Maybe because my body won't let me. He will do anything to make everything better. See, that's how a lot of guys are though, Jacqueline, that love. Like, I was raised by my mama to believe that you love unconditionally, you do whatever you can for the person you love. So when I'm in love and I'm in a relationship or whatever, I really do believe that you love unconditionally, you love with a passion, and you love with. As a matter of fact, there's my ex now texting me. It's funny. You love with a passion. You love with everything you can, and that you give it everything, and you work it out, and you try to stay in this relationship as long as you can. And like when my ex, when we broke up, like right before I was ready to end it, his best friend got killed in a car accident. And then I was like, okay, and he was devastated. And then 3 weeks later, his dad died in a motorcycle accident. And so I was like, oh wow. So we were in this relationship. It was getting worse and worse and worse. And I remember I was going to break up with him right before Thanksgiving. And my sisters were like, no, it's the holidays. That's horrible. You can't do that. His dad just died. His best friend just died. That would be so horrible. That would make you look like such a jerk. And I was so miserable. So miserable. Oh, see, Huggy, I never thought about that. I never thought about that, Huggy. That's interesting. Yeah, that's actually true. I just felt like, and then I tried. So we spent our last Christmas together. When I got Charlie, my dog Charlie, we went out of town and we spent the whole time fighting. The whole 4 days of Christmas, we were supposed to go out of town Christmas shopping. We spent that whole time fighting and just like not working out this relationship. And we both thought that it would save our relationship, and we would both, fall madly, passionately back in love with each other. And instead, I think it just made us hate each other. I really do. Um, I don't believe everything's true love. I know who my true love was, and I'll always love my true love deep down inside. I believe we always carry a torch for our first love or your first true love. I don't think you always have to be with your true love, but I think you always remember your first love. I know my first true love. I know who it is to this day. I don't necessarily say I'm in love with them, but still, but I don't. I still, they're my first love. XJ, watch these YouTube videos. I don't know who XJ is, Huggy. Um, you can type your name in here. I will not. Be sad. Hey guys, I'm still here. I guess it's telling me now that I'm gonna have to go. Hang on a second. I'm not leaving. It's just telling me I have to sign in to chat. I guess I'm not signed in somehow on YouTube. That's crazy. Never had to do that before. Okay, well, I'm back. I'm back here. Okay, I'm back to type some room and said I had to sign in. Bam. So here we go. Back in chat. You can type your name in, Teddy Bear. I've been with him before, Ed. I'm not going anywhere, and he will always be my stalker. Yeah. Um, I I've loved several people. I've loved them, I think, in different ways. Um, I think my ex taught me a lot about dating younger people because I just that was too much of an age difference between us. I think it was way, way, way too much um, of an age difference to realize I can't always do that. To go, hey, I can't do that. So, Huggy Bear, which ex you talking about? Do they watch my YouTube videos? Um, oh, he's dead. He died, Huggy Bear. He died in a car wreck like 2 years ago. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago. What, 3 years ago. And he died in a car wreck. Yeah, I thought that's who you were talking about, but yeah, he's dead. Um, he was the one person I was terrified of. I was so terrified of him even after. He was very abusive to me. Very abusive to me in a lot of ways, mentally, physically. They say he loved me, but oh no, 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 no. We were not kind of exes. He was the only one of my exes that I actually don't communicate with. After we didn't talk very long. We had off and on relationship talking, but we were never close after we broke up. He was very abusive, and so I didn't stick around in that relationship for a very long period of time to um, be involved. It's just how I was. So no, he's passed away. I thought you knew that. I thought I told you that. Guess not. I thought I talked about that with you. Yeah, yeah. He's been gone a couple of years, about two. I would say 2 years, maybe 2.5. Hang on a second, guys. That's my phone ringing. It might be my dad. Hang on one second. Okay? Oh Lord, the senators are calling me. Everybody's been calling me. I saw it, buddy. Did you hear me say he died? I said he died, Huggy. I said he died. You didn't hear me, Huggy? Got all the senators are calling me, want me to vote for him now. Yeah, he died in a car wreck a couple of years. I want to say 2.5 years ago, right before when I started working for the school district here. He died that year, in like May of that year. So it's been about 2.5 years. 2.5, almost 3 years. He's been gone. He was 35, I think, when he passed. Yeah. So he was, yeah. They found him in a car wreck. He had been killed, and they found him. His truck crashed several hours later after the crash. But yeah, it's been a couple of years now. But that was a very crazy relationship. Oh yes, oh yes, honey. I hit a lot of things. What am I doing for my birthday tomorrow? I don't know. I have the guy that played my husband in Hairspray. Well, he played my Wilbur. My Wilbur. Can't wait to get that DVD so I can start putting some of the stuff on there for you guys. He wants to come take me out for my birthday and take me to Bohemian Rhapsody on Wednesday with my friend Caroline. And so I'm going to see that tomorrow. I'm supposed to go out with my dad and my little brother and my little brother's girlfriend. But the biggest thing is I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. They want to check me for cancer and stuff because it runs in my family. Yeah, I was with Jody when you met me. Okay, yeah, that was a long time ago. Oh my gosh. I want to. I have to go to the doctor. I have to fast after 12 o'clock, and I have to go to the doctor and get checked for all this stuff. Found out that I'm supposed to get a wellness check, but my insurance doesn't cover it, so they're trying to do it a different way so they can check me for a couple things that run in my family that I've yet to be checked for. So I have to fast, go to 8 o'clock, go to doctor, then at 1 o'clock I have to go by and get my sleep machine, just be tested for this stupid sleep apnea thing. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow so far. Yeah. I have to they told me just to drink water after that time, but my appointment was like at 10:30, and I was like, I can't do this, girl. I'm diabetic. I'm even passed out. So I'm going at 8 o'clock, and they told me I was going to go at 8 and just get my blood work done and then go home and come back. But they told me just to, when I get there at 8, they're going to try to squeeze me in right away. So it's, it's going to be, it is what it is. So hopefully it'll go fast. So hopefully I'll be able to go in, and my doctor's usually pretty fast. I've never been. Oh, you remember going to the bar with? Yeah. You did go with us a couple times, didn't you? Yeah. He's a pretty cool guy. He had his good side and bad side. The side y'all saw of him was much different than the side I saw of him. He was very good at pretending. We both were. I hid a lot of that relationship because I didn't want people to know what was going on. I was very. I have your son has sleep apnea. Yeah, I've got to have a machine. Apparently, that's what they're saying. I'm gonna go get checked. I have to sleep on this special machine, which I have to make sure Waffles is in her cage because Waffles ate the last one I got and it ruined it. And I had to pay for a part of it. So this time Waffles can't sleep with me tonight. I'm being on this machine. Wherever you are, Waffles, you can't sleep with me that night. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't really thought much, guys. I just haven't really thought much about my birthday tomorrow. I don't know. Originally, I was going to see the Freddie Mercury movie, but then I changed. I went and saw it on Friday, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know. My friends want. I might, because it's on a weeknight night. I probably won't do anything till the weekend. I may go out of town for the weekend or something for like a night and just go out to a place that I like up in Columbia and hang out and all that kind of stuff. So I may do that. But I don't know, tomorrow I may just go out and hang out with some friends or something. Who knows? Last year I did absolutely nothing. I heard I'll feel so much better on this sleep apnea thing. But they're supposed to, the machine that I took from my doctor's office said I had it. And that I definitely had it. The other thing that I'm going to get tomorrow is like another machine that I guess it's going to tell me it's the sleep study. Because I didn't want to go to the hospital and have that. It was going to be there like 7:30, and I was like, my God, I can't go to sleep at 7:30 at night. That's crazy. And you're supposed to sleep like 7 to 10 or something, but they don't let you. I was like, well, can I take a sleeping pill? And they're like, no. And I was like, well, honey, I don't go to bed at 7 o'clock at night. And like they wake you up and you sleep for so many hours and you go home. And I'm like, I can't go sleep at 7:30 at night, child. I got too much to do. So that definitely would not work for me. So this is a machine that I bring home, and it does the same thing. So hopefully that is what I'm going to do tomorrow. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing for my birthday tomorrow. It's going to be fun, kind of thing. Yay. Um, we'll see. And my mom had a sleep apnea machine one time, and she wanted me to try it because I was having such trouble. And I did try it for like 2 days, even though it wasn't like what do you call it, prescribed or whatever. And I just couldn't stand that mask on my face because I turn on different types of things on my positions on my body, and so I kept knocking it off and stuff, and it was really big. But I heard they can be smaller now. My doctor said they can even got something that can fit in your nose, like the little tubes. Like when I was in the hospital, I had a little tube in my nose and stuff, and they said they got them like that too. So I don't know. Is your son's machine really big? About 14 years. Have you been? Yeah, I've been friends with Shannon Rose that long too. A long, long, long time. Probably longer with Shannon Rose. I think almost 20 years with Shannon Rose. So it's been a long time, just relationships in general. Wow, it's a crazy little thing called love that we use. The love we have for these people is just crazy. Is Debbie still here? Did she leave? Debbie Davis? Is she here? I'm here talking to her. She must have left. She might have just been popping in for a minute and saying hey. She goes into a lot of streams and says hey and stuff. She's very popular. She probably left for a little while. She'll be back, I'm sure. Um, Actually, the Victoza, I did lose weight. Here's what happened. I gained a bunch of weight when I quit smoking. This will be my ninth month. Um, the Victoza, I was only on for a month because my insurance company would not pay for it, and it was $1,000. So I got on Trulicity, and it lowered my A1C so much. I lowered my A1C 11 points now. Um, I'll have to check it out. Is it a big mask that like goes over his face, Sharon? Like, is it scary? Big mask. It's like my mom's like a little vacuum cleaner thing. You put it in the bed and it was this big machine. Like you had to like basically learn how to cuddle with this machine. You had this big mask like Darth Vader, like Luke, I'm your father. Like it was terrifying. It was so scary, and like I couldn't get comfortable. It was like a little vacuum cleaner thing. It was horrible. Okay, honey, you do that, sweetie. Go ahead. Glad you come by though. Um, but yeah, honey, wow, that's been a long time. It's not big. Okay, cool. Somebody had told me that, but yeah, I can't do the Victoza anymore. Huggy, they won't give it to me because my insurance doesn't cover that. And there's like three other shots I have to take in place of it, and Trulicity is one of them, and I'm soon to be doing. I'll know more on how I'm doing on Trulicity soon. You have a sleep apnea machine. You have a sleep apnea machine. What I'm not doing well with is this medicine they've been giving me for my feet. I'm gonna have to get something new tomorrow because it's not at all giving me any relief for my feet. I think it's like making it worse. So I'm gonna have to get off of that for sure. We'll go get tested for it, Cheryl. Sleep apnea. Apparently that little machine I got had it. So I don't know what the purpose of the sleep study is going to be. This other machine I have to pick up tomorrow. I don't really know exactly what the purpose of that machine is going to be per se, but we'll see. I guess what it's going to do for me. I'm not real sure. But I guess I'll figure it out later as to what it does for me. I guess it's supposed to do something. We'll figure it all out. Um, Pancreatitis. Yeah, I heard that it causes that. I did read that. But I've been reading that this gabapentin that I'm on causes short-term memory loss permanently. Like causes you to start losing your short-term memory. So I'm like, no child, I can't do that. I gained a bunch of weight when I quit smoking. I gained a lot of weight. And if I get off these damn diet sodas, that's my goal on Monday is to start drinking less diet sodas. Well, Kevin sent me a text. Um, I gained a bunch of, but I knew I would. I really did know I would gain a bunch of weight when I quit smoking. So I was kind of like, okay. Um, I knew that religiously that was going to happen anyway. Um, you know, but it is better. Last year, when I when I was in the hospital last year with my appendix, luckily I had Debbie there. Thank Jesus, Debbie kept me in line. But I quit smoking then, so that's been almost a year. February 27th will be a year. So this time last year, I was just heavily puffing on these live streams. It's so hard to okay, girl. It's so hard to think about like how I used to smoke. Like today, when I went to talk to the manager of that girl I told y'all that treated me so bad yesterday. I went to speak to the manager today, and I could tell he had just smoked a cigarette because he smelled like cigarette smoke. And I was like, "What?" You know, I mean, of course, he hadn't taken a break and he was on break. But I did speak to him. He was very nice. And he said he's going to handle the situation, which I doubt he will. But he was very nice to listen to my complaint. It is what it is. But I did handle it. I did at least say something. So at least this girl, hopefully, he'll say something to this rude girl, and she'll know that she can't talk to people like that anymore. And maybe when I go in there next time, she won't be so ugly and rude to me, and we'll all get along fine. So that'll be perfect that way. It is what it is, whatever. But I did report her. I told her manager what was said and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see how that goes from here on out. But I'm hoping to do something this weekend for my birthday. I'm not sure what. I just really, I got a lot going on my mind, and there's got a lot of decisions I got to make from YouTube right on down that I just got to make and figure out what I'm going to do. Um, Love you, Huggy Bear. Thanks, buddy. Gosh, I can't believe we've known each other that long, buddy. So good to see you. Thanks for coming by, Huggy. Huggy's a good guy. He's a wonderful guy. So make sure you subscribe to Huggy Bear if you haven't. He did a few videos. He's mostly a big supporter of live streams. He comes into a lot of our live streams. Catch him on Twitter as well. He is on Twitter as well. What is the number to call me? Same one as last night. Same number as last night. I'll put it in the chat if you haven't got it. Guess I haven't put it in enough. Hang on, Cheryl. I'll type it in. Keeping this number as my call-in number. There you go. Yeah. So anyway, Huggy Bear, I'm so glad you came by, buddy. He was so awesome. I love Huggy Bear. He's a good guy. We actually know each other in real life, so he's really cool. He moved far, far away though, but I know Huggy Bear. He's been with me since my early videos as well. First time 5 years ago, but since the revamping of me this time, he has been with me since then. So we've been around the block with friendship. He's been with my channel a long time, I guess is the best thing I could say this time. But that's his Huggy Bear. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Jacqueline if she's in here. Sharon Lee, Sharon Simply Southern. Make sure you subscribe to everybody. Debbie Davis, if she's still in here. I don't think she is. There's a call here. Let me take this call. Hello.
Hello, sweetie.
Hey, sweetheart. How are you? Cheryl's on the phone, everybody. How are you?
Hello, everyone in chat.
Hello. How are you?
Well, I wanted to talk with you about this gabapentin.
Uh-huh.
When I had the shingles,
Uh-huh.
I am right-handed to begin with.
Uh-huh.
And when I had the shingles, it was all up and down, real bad. Up my right arm and my hand. And the pain was so excruciating. And when I ended up in the hospital, then I still had the shingles, but I was in the hospital for something completely different.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyway, they gave me all kinds of pain medication. It wasn't even touching that awful pain.
Yeah.
I had never had them before in my life. And I thought, oh my land, what in the world? Well, everything they tried me on while I was in the hospital needless to say, just didn't work. Bottom line, it did not work. Well, after I left there and went to the nursing home, this doctor set me on, he said, well, I'm going to try you on some gabapentin. Okay, I had never had that before, knew nothing about it. He did not tell me any of the side effects, but lo and behold, it, believe it or not, did stop the pain.
Really?
But my arm went and hand went numb. And I said, oh my goodness, the next time you come in, I said, my whole arm is completely numb, and so is my hand. Well, his response was, it may be that way for 6 months to a year, or it may never come back.
Wow.
Well, it's been way over a year. My arm is still numb. I can finally hold utensils. I can finally write my name a little bit, but it has really, me being right-handed, it's really been a problem. I'm still hoping and praying, the numbness finally goes away, but I thought, oh my gosh, it worked for the pain, but my arm and hand being numb is terrible.
Right. I was on Lyrica first, and then I was having it took a pain away, but I was having really bad side effects like depression and a lot of stuff like that. So I got off of it, started on gabapentin. Gabapentin, it didn't take it to me. It doesn't take the pain away. It doesn't do anything. Like I still feel, especially like not as much during the week, but like when I work at Dunkin' Donuts and I'm on my feet all day, like Saturday, and then like when I got home Saturday night, my feet hurt so bad when I went to that party. Like I thought I wasn't gonna be able to go. And then yesterday night when I got home from working, my feet were so swollen and it hurt so bad. Like I just couldn't get off the couch. It hurt so bad. I cried. It made me cry. And so it's not working. And then I read that I've been forgetful lately a lot, and I'm not forgetful, and I've started forgetting stuff at my job, and I'm like, oh gosh, and I read, and I was talking to a friend of mine who said gabapentin will make you lose your short-term memory, and once you lose it, it's gone. So I'm really scared. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to lose my memory. Like, and I've been getting real forgetful. I'm not a forgetful person, so it's like, oh my God. So I've got to talk to my doctor tomorrow when I go in to make sure that I maybe can get put on something else, because it's not working anyway. However, because of that crazy rude ass pharmacist lady, I've got 3 bottles of the crap now sitting in my refrigerator, so, but hopefully they'll put me on something else that'll cost me. But I have to go see a neurologist. I got to call tomorrow and find out what day I'm supposed to go see her. I'm hoping I don't have an appointment with them tomorrow, because I don't even know. If I go see them tomorrow, then maybe she'll put me on something. So hopefully I'll get it right. But my feet that hurt so bad sometimes it's unbearable to walk. But the gabapentin was what everybody told me would be so good, but I've had no luck with it. The Lyrica did better for me as far as taking the pain away. I couldn't deal with the side effects. I mean, Kevin was.
Well, I hope and pray I never, ever have the shingles again.
You're like this, like I've never had them, but.
As I've been, I've been really worried I'm going to end up with them again. But
I've never had them, but you're like the second person.
So far, not.
Yeah. You're like the second person I've heard that has told me that the shingles are bad. I've never had them as a grown up. I hope to, knock wood, never get them. I had chickenpox when I was a kid, but yeah. Ugh. But this, so hopefully this pain in my feet is just getting so worse to where it gets so unbearable. And it's bad at my job because I got little kids, and sometimes if my feet are hurt, and today I did the stupidest thing ever. I took my medicine bag. I carry a little black bag, like a shaving kit bag, and I take my medicine usually at work or when I first get into my classroom, or on my way to work. I'll take my medicine, my diabetes, my blood pressure things. So I keep it in my bag. I have a little bag I carry. I keep it on that. Well, today I took it out for a crazy reason. Left the counter, got halfway to school, realized, oh God, I left my medication. Well, I did this last week because I keep forgetting it, and that's what I'm saying. Like I never forget. So the last 3 times I've done this, I've asked my roommate to bring it to me. So I said, I'm not doing this again. I'll just go all day without it. So I went all day without taking my medication till like 3 o'clock. So my feet really hurt.
Oh my.
Yeah. Like I didn't have my blood pressure meds. I didn't have my diabetes medicine. I didn't have my anything, any of my meds that I take. I didn't have any of that stuff all day long in my system. So and the gabapentin, I'm supposed to take it 2 to 3 times a day. I usually take it 3 times a day, but I didn't because I didn't have it in my system until 3 o'clock. So I can't take it as long. So I was having a lot of pain in my feet today for sure because there was nothing in them, and I didn't even take an ibuprofen. Because a lot of times if I go to work at Dunkin' Donuts and I take like ibuprofen before when I take my morning meds, I won't have any pain in my feet as bad. So, um, but I've got a pill that is for swelling in my feet, but it's also a water pill, so it makes me go to the bathroom a lot, and I feel like I can't get anything accomplished when I take that medication because I cannot. It's like I'm going to the bathroom every 5 minutes, either whether it be at work or at Dunkin' Donuts or at school or here or wherever. I feel like I'm going to the bathroom so much I can't get anything accomplished. So I'm like, I don't take that one like I probably should. Waffles, Alyssa Edwards, get out of that window. Get out that window. She's barking. She's barking at something outside. What you barking at, girl? She's barking at something outside. I don't know what she's barking at. She's being great. She's barking at something out the window. She's such a bad. She acts like a little bad behind until something comes out there and scares her at that window. She probably pee her pants. I've heard that Huggy Bear that gabapentin can be very, very addictive. I'm not sure. Um, so. Well, thank you for calling me, Cheryl. Thank you so much. You there?
Well, I hope you're going to have a wonderful birthday, and I'm sure you will.
I'm sure it's already. I mean,
you have to go to the doctor and everything tomorrow.
Well, the reason I scheduled it was because I don't like to take off sick time. I'm trying to save some sick time, and I have I have 4 personal days, and that's all the time I have is 4 days. So I'm trying to save it in case I do need some personal time later on in the year. Or like I really do get sick. I don't like to. My mom always taught me not to call in sick or anything unless you're really sick. So I'm trying to save my sick time and stuff. So that's why I'm like, well, I'll just schedule any of my doctor's appointments. I always schedule after work. So I know with this neurologist, I swear to God, I hope I didn't schedule them tomorrow because I know that they only do it up to a certain time. So I have to already take a half day. Like that day, I'm going to have to go in there in the morning and then go to work in the afternoon. So that's already a half day. So I'm trying to save my sick time for things like that, so I don't have to, or if I just need a day off, which but I'm not the kind of person I try not to, because like last year I did that early on, Cheryl, I'm not gonna lie. I used to be, I'm going to call in there. I'm too tired. And last year when my appendix was out, I ended up losing money in my paycheck because I ran out of sick time from doing that. So I've been very mindful I've not missed a single day this year. I've just taken 1 half day waffles. I took a half day this year because of the hairspray. I went home early, but that was it. So hopefully we'll hang in there. But thank you so much for calling, and thank you for being such a great friend and caring about all of us and all that wonderful stuff that you do. And I'm sure you'll be here tomorrow night for my birthday live stream, I hope.
Oh, I'll definitely be here on your birthday.
It's tomorrow.
Is Kitty still in chat?
Kitty wasn't ever in here tonight. I don't think she came in tonight.
I thought she came in earlier.
She might have been in earlier. I don't think I saw her in earlier. She may have been in earlier. She's probably over at one of the other chats somewhere for now. She goes in and out of different chats too, so maybe she's probably over there, but I haven't seen her tonight. But I love Miss Kitty. If she has, I know Sharon's in here and a few other people and all that kind of stuff. But thank you, Cheryl, for calling. I'm glad you're feeling better.
You're more than welcome, sweetie.
I love you. And I'm glad that you.
Wonderful rest of your evening.
I'm glad
I hope you have a wonderful birthday tomorrow.
Well, I will keep everybody posted on the doctor and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, it's been crazy because they called me this afternoon and said, we can't do this, wellness check on you. Your insurance won't cover it. And if you have to pay for all these several tests, it's going to cost you several $1,000s. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And I said to him, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. I work in a school. They won't pay for a wellness check. So what they're doing is I told them I really want to be checked for cancer because it runs in my family. My mom had it. My brother died from it. So I want to make sure that I don't have it, especially because I was such a heavy smoker for so long. So I was like, I went to him and I said, look, I just really want that more than anything. So find a way that we can, I can get these tests done for cancer and get part of this test done that my insurance will at least cover half of it. I don't mind paying for some of it. I'm paying $60 out of my pocket of it. So, you know.
Well, honey, I hope everything comes back.
That's what happened with me at CVS, Sharon Simply Southern. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you so much. Hang on, Sharon Simply Southern. Yeah, exactly. Well, Cheryl, I hope so, and I hope to see you tomorrow. And you get in touch with me anytime you want to. So if you would, and I hope you call me tomorrow night. I'll have my number up.
Everyone in the chat, I love you all, and have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. And I'll talk with you later.
I'll see you tomorrow. I sure will. I'll be here tomorrow. I love you.
Love you, honey. Bye-bye.
I love you too, sweetheart. Bye-bye. All right. Oh, that was Cheryl. Cheryl's such a sweet lady. She's a precious lady. Really love her. She's Waffle. I call her, she and another lady are Waffle's biggest fans. I've told them not to, Sharon. That is what caused the fight yesterday with my pharmacy lady. I will talk to you. I want to actually get you to call me in a minute because I want to talk to you about that real quick. But I'm going to get off of here, guys. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm going to lay down for a little while, chill out for a few minutes before I talk to Kevin on the phone. I want to talk to Sharon Simply Southern about something too. Guys, if you would want to stop by tomorrow, my live stream, my birthday live stream will start about 7 or a little after, depending on how long I'm out to dinner with my dad and stuff. Because he's been, like I said, it's been a really trying day with my dad today so far. So I don't even know what tomorrow's going to bring with that. We'll figure it all out tomorrow. But definitely I will be live streaming sometime between 7 and 8 for you guys to come on and just drop by and say hey. And then I go by and see Debbie and Tracy in their live stream because they'll be live streaming as well. So check them out tomorrow in their live stream and see how that goes and everything else. Just come in and say hey. That's all I got, y'all. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being a part of my world here in the trailer park. As I said, I got a lot going on, so I got a lot of decisions to make, a lot of things on my mind, weighing on my mind, as far as YouTube goes, as far as other things go. So, keep me in your prayers that God will divide me in the right decision to make the right choice that's best for me and where I'm at right now. And I love you all so much. Cheryl, thank you for calling in. I love when people call in. So, Cheryl, thank you so much for calling in and talking to me. It's always so good to hear your voice and you talk to me for just a few minutes. I love you all, and I will talk to you later on. Remember, it is a crazy thing called love. All right, guys, we'll be doing some live streaming topics later on in the week too. Forgiveness, letting go, things like that. So, love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Remember, hating is a disease, and some folks need to get well soon. All right, guys, love you. Bye.